Down by the river, where the souls awaken. Guitar strings crying, blues notes taken. Feel the rhythm.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Arias in the Nation, guys. Listen, I have the pleasure of introducing you all to Captain Chuck Jones. What? I can't even speak. Chuck Jones of Salty Siren Fishing. Thank you so much for jumping on the channel. Thank you for your time. I know you are a busy individual, man.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I was burning the candle at both ends over the weekend. We ran 4 trips back to back,
I,
one
I
in the morning, one at night.
dude, I am not. I'll say this. Let me just be fully transparent with everyone out there. I am not a fisherman at all. I would never define myself as a fisherman at all. So I give you kudos for all of that, man. I don't know the
Yeah,
ins and outs, but I admire the tenacity. I know it's not everyone can just do it. So
it's a
I'm
passion.
for sure, man. And I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I love the passion, right? I love
yep,
that. Um it was so hot this past weekend.
yeah.
How did you not have people that just fell out, man?
Well,
Like,
I had a trip yesterday evening. I tried to push it to this weekend and do it in the morning, but the group they work on the weekend, so they couldn't do it, and they said, "No, let's send it. Let's go."
oh my
And
god.
it was a 110 heat index, and we went out there, and the rods were so hot it was hard to even hold the rods,
I
but we got it done.
That's awesome. You
Yeah.
know, so for the people that don't know, just enlighten us. What is it that you do? Like, I know that's a very big
Yeah.
question, and we'll get down into like the nitty-gritty
Yeah.
like in a little bit, but like what is it? What is salty siren fishing?
So we're a light tackle focused guide service, fishing guide service. So what we do is unique to a lot of the other fishing charters out there. Like you lot, depending on where you go. I mean, you might just go out, anchor up, throw out some cut bait, and just be waiting to catch fish. Wait for a fish to come along and bite your line, or they're out there trolling ominously, running 20 lines off the back of the boat, and then you get to reel the fish in. So what we do is way different than that.
Hmm.
We are focused on all light tackle gear, so our rods are small, and we're catching big fish with small rods. We are They call it running and gunning.
Yeah.
We are hunting the fish down. It's not boring. We're educating people while we do it. We're explaining to them why we're going to the places we're going to, the best opportunity to put them on the fish, and going through techniques. The hard part for us is we don't always get experienced anglers on the boat. So we might get a group out on the boat that doesn't even they've never even casted a fishing rod before. It might be their first time fishing. So now we're taking them out and we're trying to get them to catch a fish. The only next way more difficult to catch a fish than what we're doing is fly fishing. And
Wow.
there's no rookie anglers going out there fly fishing. That's
No.
typically only experienced anglers. So we're giving people the opportunity. They catch their fish. So they could go out on a charter and they could catch 20 fish, you know, reel in 20 fish, but they could go out with us and get maybe 5 fish. But those fish that they catch, they did it themselves. We didn't do it for them. We just put them in the situation. We taught them how to do it. So we're
That's
teaching people
awesome.
how to do it. Yeah.
Well, that's huge because like I think as a kid, I was out in Ocean City, and when we
Yeah.
went on a I guess you would call, I guess, a fishing charter, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you just said. Like, we would
Yeah.
just dump our lines over, it
Yeah.
wasn't really fishing. It was like just drop the
Yeah.
bait on the fish.
Yeah.
It wasn't really, I wouldn't call that fishing.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yep.
But where you just take, and it's like the whole process. So
Yeah.
you could be an inexperienced fisherman or a newbie, right?
Totally.
Just green as hell, go out
Yep.
there. But you know what though? I think that is the biggest step, is just going out there, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
learning how to do it. You may not catch a fish, but see, if I was like, if I'm the new guy and I'm new at this, and it's
Yeah.
that experience of going out is almost just as good. I know
Yeah.
nothing probably beats your first fish ever. It's like core memory
Absolutely.
made, but you're out there. You did that step, and that's
Yeah.
huge. You
Yeah.
know, and you'll never be
Yeah.
new again. You'll
I
never
mean,
be
and
new again. So it's good.
last year we had a lady, she came out with us. She caught her first rockfish. It was like 12, 14 inches. She comes out with us again. Next thing you know, she's catching a 24-inch rockfish, a 28-inch rockfish. Comes out with us one more time. And at that point, she was hooked. She was sold. She's,
Yes.
she is gun ho, and she ends up catching her first trophy fish, which is a 40+ inch rockfish.
Wow.
So in one year, she went from catching her first fish to catching a trophy fish. I mean,
That's
it took
awesome.
me 5, 6 years to catch my first trophy fish.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What constitutes a trophy fish? Because remember, you're talking to someone
Uh,
who I have no idea.
yeah, I would consider a trophy fish anything over 40.
40.
Anything over 40,
Easy.
that's a fish. I mean, at that point, the scales on the fish are the size of your fingernails. I mean, you're reeling in a dinosaur.
Dinosaur at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
My
yep,
God, man. So
yeah. They're incredible.
so how long have you been doing what you do? Like how what is like
So we
yeah,
started we started our guide service about 4 to 5 years ago, um, and we started out really slow. I mean, it was a totally new experience to me. I've never did anything like this before, and I just went feet first, just dove in, and just said, "Screw it! This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to make it happen."
that's all.
And it was definitely an experience. I mean, starting out, it was like I could feel the eyes in the back of my head from my customers saying, "Where's the fish captain? Where's the fish captain?" And you put all that pressure on you to produce, and it's super stressful.
Oh
But the more
man.
you the more you do it, the more you do it. I mean, now we just have fun with it. I mean,
That's
and everybody's going out and having a
I
good time. We're all going and having fun.
I couldn't imagine. I'm just trying to think like because it's such a different business to start.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm just now like visualizing what it's like okay, I'm paying for this experience to take me out and fish, and if there's no
and you're
fish,
paying a lot of money.
yeah,
You're
and it's
paying
just like
you're paying a good amount of money. You want to catch a
I
fish.
want
You
to
want a
catch a
good
fish.
experience.
And
Yep.
so it's like, oh my God, what happens if the fish just aren't biting? And it's like like you said, the eyes on the back of your head. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, that must,
Yeah.
but with every one of, let's say, a slow day comes really awesome days too.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, incredible days. Incredible days. I mean, we'll have days out there where we catch 100 fish easy.
Wow.
I mean, yeah,
It,
just a great experience.
what is what is what is the amount of fish you can take with you, or is it just catch release?
So we fish year round. So we'll fish and catch and release portions of the season. Um, right now with rockfish, it's one fish per person, including the captain and the mate,
Okay.
19 to 24 inches. But so rockfish season will shut down July 15th. And when rockfish season shuts down July 15th, we're going to relocate the boat from where we're at right now in Pasadena, Lakeshore area.
Mhm.
And we're on the Patapsco River. So we'll relocate down near Point Lookout, and
Okay.
at that point, we're going to start chasing bluefish, Spanish mackerel, red drum, cobia, any of the pelagic fish that are down that way. And
Awesome.
it's a totally different game.
Is
Totally
I
different game.
it has to be, right? I just so
Yeah.
right now it's mainly rockfish.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
so
Yeah,
okay.
we've
So
been catching rockfish, perch, catfish on jigs. I mean, we're jigging and we're throwing jerk baits, which are like little swim baits. And mostly what we focus on is like shallow water structure while we're fishing up here. So we get away from the crowds. We're not in with all the other boats. Sometimes we are. if we have to be, that's where we're at. If that's where the
Yeah.
action is,
Yeah.
but we never really change our game up too much.
That's another question. For those that aren't familiar, like myself, what is the would you call maritime culture in Maryland where we are? Well, how would you
Oh my
describe it
God, it's huge.
to to a outsider looking in?
I mean, I don't know. It's like rock and roll. There's so
Yeah.
many different genres of it. You know what I mean? I mean, you got punk rockers, you got country music. I
Yep.
mean, or just any genre of music. That's how it is. I mean, you
Yeah.
have your crabbers, you have your your recreational anglers, you have your charter boat captains, you have your professional fishermen out
That's
there,
awesome.
your watermen. So, I mean, kind of my feeling is I'm kind of the bluegrass punk rock guy out
Love
there
that.
for the
Hell
most
yeah.
part of the
Hell
of
yeah.
the fishing community. Kind
Love
of
that.
kind of do my own thing. I want to get one with the water and get away from everybody and kind of do my own thing, but keep
I
it
love it.
real and unique.
I love that. And how long are your trips? When you go out, how long
So
do you usually stay out? Or does that
yeah,
depend on
typically
the
5 hours.
5 hours?
Typically five
Okay.
hours. Yeah, yep. We'll do 5 and 8 hour trips. Yep.
What have been your most shocking moments, man? If you could just off the top of your head, is there one moment that just stands out for whatever reason it is? You're like, damn.
Getting my wife on her first trophy fish. Getting my
Wow.
wife, and I mean, she's caught big red fish, big red drum, bull drum. I mean, just getting her out there. We typically go out on Christmas Eve every year, her and I, and it never fails. We end up getting on a monster school of fish, and most of the time we're on them all by ourselves. And we just get to fish on them like over and over and over again, and with nobody around.
Just like trophy
And
after
yeah, and
trophy after trophy.
each year she ends up catching, topping out what she caught the year before.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, what a feeling, man. What a
yeah,
feeling.
yeah,
The 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 hustle, man, I'm okay here because this is a tough question because when you're
yeah,
passionate about what you're doing, so it's kind of like me like doing this right, being on this side of stuff.
yeah,
People are like, well, what do you do to get away? What do you do to relax? And it's like, well, if you love what you do, it's like it's a
yeah,
that's a tough question to ask someone
yeah.
who's
I
in
burn
their
all my vac
passion.
I burn all my vacation days fishing
Yeah.
for the
Okay.
most
So
part.
that's what
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
because I know that there are your ups and downs of chasing dreams, right? Of chasing
yeah,
of making that what you wanted to do a reality.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and it can't just be all wins. I know that, but but the way I'm assuming that you just have a good support group. You and your wife are like, hey, your family is just like do it, chase it. And I
yeah.
think that's super important to have that like support group that pushes you, makes you feel at least invincible, man. You know,
Absolutely,
it,
absolutely.
I would say any success is due to a really awesome support group.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I can guarantee I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't have the support that I have at home. That's for sure.
what entails like okay, so you got your how many boats do you have? Do you just have one?
I only have the one boat.
Awesome.
And it's a unique boat. It's one of a kind out on the Chesapeake Bay.
That's cool.
There's not. I haven't seen another one out there. So
Hey,
our boat is a custom built boat by Composite Yacht that's in Trapp, Maryland. So they're a local boat building family. I mean, in second generation boat building family. I don't know. They might be third generation. I could be totally screwing that up.
it's
I
a
know two generations of the family so far. I mean, and basically they know Chesapeake Bay boats. They know like every boat that's ever been built on the bay, pretty much. And
wow.
the boat that I have was like a famous oystering haul boat, and the original boat had an inboard engine or it had an inboard diesel engine and a pilot house on the front. And a pilot house is basically like a little cabin in the front
Mhm.
of the boat. And they were like, all right, we acquired this boat. Let's take a mold of the hull. We know this hull is unbelievable. Let's see what happens if we turn this thing into a center console. So the first one they built, they put a 300 horsepower motor on it, and it was doing 50 miles per hour, and still had a quarter of the throttle to go. And they were like, "This thing
Wow.
is not safe. We're going to tone it back." And so now my boat has a 200 horsepower motor, and it does about 40 miles per hour, and
That's still
it's
hauling,
super
man. That's
it's
still
super
hauling.
yeah, it's super long, tons of casting room. It's perfect for what we do. I mean, and every time I stop off at a local on the water bar or something like that, or restaurant, never fails. Somebody comes up and is talking to me about my boat.
Like, what
I
is that?
mean,
That's cool.
yeah, yeah, they love it.
That's
Everybody
cool,
loves it.
man. So from your you being a captain, what else I feel like, man, you're climbing your own dream. You're scaling your own freaking. You're going for it, right? And I
Yeah,
absolutely love that. And once I saw you, like primarily you're on Instagram, right? Is that like
Instagram and Facebook. Yeah,
Instagram, Facebook? See, for me,
yeah,
I'm not on Facebook at all.
uh-huh,
So I just see you on Instagram.
yeah,
And from the pictures and the posts that you have, man, it looks like a freaking phenomenal time, dude. Like,
yeah. We
yeah,
have
yeah,
a blast. We have a
yeah,
blast, and I tell you, I have the best customers in the world. I mean, I make it known to my customers. I'm like, catching fish starts with before you ever even get to the boat.
mhm,
Like you have to come with a positive attitude and a winning attitude, and you're going to get it done. One
yeah.
way or the other, you're going to get it done. But if you come to the boat with a negative attitude, you're not catching fish.
You're not gonna have a good
Guaranteed.
time. You're not gonna
You're
have a
not
good
going to have a
time.
good time.
Yeah,
Not unless that fish jumps in the boat. You're not catching that fish. And I've just been blessed with the best customers.
that's
I
awesome.
mean, I swear, like they motivate me more than I feel like I motivate them.
That's
But I
yeah.
know I do. I know I do in the long run. I mean, we all just build on top of each other, and my customers end up being family for the most part.
All right, so here's a random question. I think this is the most probably idiotic question for anyone that's in your sphere to hear. Could you sail your boat down the coast, or is it just primarily in this area? Like, I don't know. I don't even know
I
how
would
to
tow my
formulate.
boat.
You would tug your okay, tow your
I
boat.
would tow my boat. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I mean, before I keep my boat in the water now. Before that, I used to tow my boat everywhere.
okay,
And that's what a lot of the light tackle guides
okay.
do because we're running smaller boats. We don't have
Yep.
big boats, so we can't get out in bad weather. So, but what we do have the opportunity of doing is basically we can tow to a different location where maybe it's not getting blown out by the wind. So like
Yeah.
maybe we could tow over to the eastern shore and we could launch on in the eastern bay, or maybe we tow down to Solomon's Island and fish up in the Patuxent or something like that.
Yeah.
But with me, because I still have a full time career,
Mhm.
so I'm still doing this part time, and I'll run trips in the evening and I'll run trips on the weekend. Um, so by me keeping my boat in the water, I can get to it quickly. I
Yep.
can get it loaded up. We can get out on the water. And by being in the Patapsco, I have so many places I can hide, depending on which direction the wind's coming.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
rare that I get stuck and can't get out.
So that this is kind of you touched on it briefly, but this is a good segue. Like, so you're currently working somewhere else and doing this at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
How 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 is that balance, man? Like, how do you, because I know like
it
this
doesn't.
is like go, 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 and
Yeah,
work is probably go, go, go. It's just like, how do you
yeah.
maintain? It's just
I don't know how I maintain. I mean, and my career is not a career. It's not like I'm chilling at a computer someplace.
yeah,
I'm a senior project manager for a construction company. So I am like I have deadlines I got to meet continuously. I have crews I have to run. I have people that I have to stay on
yeah,
top of. I mean, it's tough, and a lot of times I'm burning the candle at both ends. But when I get out on the water, my company has did a really good job. They support me. They
Yeah.
love my passion for what I'm doing. They think it's great, and we have a great team at the company that I work for. Um, so once I get out on that water and I get out with my customers, it's like all those troubles get left behind.
Yeah.
I get renewed. I mean, I might wake up tired the next morning from running the trip until 9 o'clock at night, but I'm back at it and refreshed.
That's definitely that's huge, man. Because
Yeah,
I feel like that is the biggest, I would say the biggest struggle, because
yeah,
especially like when you have your goals, when you have your passion, you can't necessarily just jump all in. That'd be almost insanely foolish to be like, hey, and just roll the dice. That's terrifying, especially if you have like family and you
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah,
a system. It
yeah,
is terrifying to do that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but having that balance and try, or at least trying, I think it's a constant fight to maintain balance.
yeah.
You know,
Well, a little bit of my background. I had owned an HVAC company a long time ago. Um, I went to school for construction management, and I
mhm,
ran a construct or I was a project manager for a construction management company. But I grew up in the HVAC industry. My family owned an HVAC company, so I ended up starting my own HVAC company, and I ran that for about 4 years. And I just felt like it was like me versus the world. And at the time, the industry was like plagued with drugs. I mean, just it was hard to get a technician
mhm,
that wasn't going to rob you blind. So it was really tough. It was a hard industry to be in, and I didn't enjoy it.
yeah,
There was no passion for me to get out there. Like didn't I wasn't like, oh man, I can't wait to go fix somebody's air conditioner. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah,
having a business, yes, I was proud of having a business. I was proud of having employees and trying to take care of them and everything else, but it wasn't my passion.
mhm,
And it's like whenever I get into something, I go full in,
mhm,
all in, and starting the fishing, like we got into fishing and we were fishing continuously, and I was like, hold on, why am I just out here fishing by myself? Like, yeah, this is fun, but I have fun teaching people, and I have fun. I want to share this with everybody else. And there were a handful of guides already out on the bay that were kind of doing the light tackle thing.
mhm.
Um, and I was like, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. So I just went all in.
That's awesome, man. And
Yeah,
it's definitely a skill set to be able to teach and to have that patience.
yeah,
Not just with one trying to balance everything with going
yeah,
on in your professional, like your other job, and then your passion.
yeah,
It's like it's a tough balance. It's a tough rope, and then on top of that, having the patience. So it's
yeah,
it's a huge it's a huge kudos to you, man. You're doing
yeah,
something that not a lot of people can do, not just in your industry, just in
yeah,
general.
yeah,
I've had many a manager in my life
yeah,
that just couldn't handle it and break.
yep,
And it's
yeah.
it's a special person that can do that, man. Uh,
Well, and I tell my customers too. I'm like, just don't just go out with me. Like, yeah, come and go out with me. Absolutely. Like, I
yeah,
want your business. I want all of your business, but don't just go out with me. Go out with a couple different guides. Go check them out too.
yeah,
Because finding the right guide that you enjoy fishing with, like we've been talking about it kind of like you're going out one time on a fishing charter or you're going someplace. A lot of my customers are repeat customers that keep coming back, and we have a relationship, and it's not like, okay, we're going fishing today and I'm never going to see you again. I mean, I stay in communication with my customers. We see them downtown
that's awesome.
Annapolis. We see them all over the place, and they'll do 4, 5, 6 trips with me a year, if not more. I mean, and then some. We just did a tournament. I invited a handful of my customers that that have that go out with me often
Mhm.
to jump in on the tournament with us.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, so it's like they get to find the person that they gel with, because I might not be the right match for that person,
I
but
got
somebody else might be. You know what
I
I mean?
gotcha. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah,
You are a like a big cheerleader of the experience. Like you want
yeah,
this, you want what you're doing to be like it's kind of like not exclusive. Like, hey,
yep,
come out, stay out. If it doesn't, if things don't, or like let's say you're like essentially testing the waters. Like, look,
yeah,
check him out, but stay in this experience, stay in this moment.
yeah,
Come out. We need literally more people in to come out and support, and also
yeah,
to just have these moments. And I think
yep,
that's huge. I think
yeah,
that's a huge thing, man, because at the end of the day people are going to remember that, and it's like that vibe that you convey, and it's like yeah, it's like going out with fishing just
yeah,
with a friend. It's different,
yep, yeah,
and I like that.
absolutely,
I like that.
yeah.
What is for those of the people that are listening and watching, can you describe a fishing tournament as well? Can you
Uh,
please describe it for me as well?
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
how does that work?
Yeah, so I'm not a tournament guy. I've never been a tournament guy. I'm in it for the just for the fishing.
Yeah,
I don't care, like, whatever your personal best fish is, that's your personal best. That's
cool.
awesome. That's your number one thing. So with the tournaments, it was totally new to me, and we had to kind of figure it out. And basically, they set boundaries in the bay. They say,
Okay.
okay, from this point to this point, you're allowed to fish. And in this particular competition, they basically like nixed out our number one fishing spot where we're located. So we had to go find fish elsewhere. And it was basically just applying the same principles that we use where we're at to different areas. So I luckily, with running trips, I had some customers that were like, I'm tired of fishing in the Patapsco. I don't want to fish in the Patapsco. I want to go someplace else. So I was like, okay, well, let's go someplace else. And we scouted out new areas, and we just kept scoring every single time.
That's awesome.
And basically, it's lines in at this particular time and lines out at this particular time. So there wasn't any type of like run and gun start where everybody's starting from the same location. You start for this tournament, it was start wherever you are, just the rule is don't cheat.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's the honor system. And this particular tournament was only guides. It was only light tackle fishing guides.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it was 20 total light tackle fishing guides that entered the tournament. So I felt privileged to be able to do it because we were fishing against the best.
That's
You know
pretty
what I
cool.
mean?
It's a tight knit. So
Yeah,
is that like a tight knit community? Is that like a sub community of a bigger genre?
absolutely,
Are you guys like all on
absolutely,
like phone call basis? Like, hey man,
absolutely.
like
Yeah, for the
that's
most
cool.
part. For the most part. I mean, we all have our own networks and we keep our
Mhm.
networks tight, but we all look out for each other.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Yep.
That's really cool, man. No, it's so intriguing, man. This is something that's so you I would say this like you Eric from Six Snots told me about you guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me reach out. And I got enthralled in your post. Like,
Yeah.
this is so cool. Something that's
Yeah.
so outside my element, and I'm a big proponent of people like going outside of what they're comfortable with. Like, I would love to go out there on the water with you, not knowing a
Yeah.
damn thing. I'd probably be a liability, bro, if I stepped on your boat. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But like it's huge just to have the experience and seeing your passion for it
Yeah.
is really like it's drawing, and I can totally see pure good times out of there,
Yeah.
because you go in with no expectations and have a good time. You're going
Yeah.
out there to be on the water, probably be in some beautiful scenery,
Yeah.
you know
Absolutely.
and it's just I feel like it's just yeah, it's just good times,
Well,
man.
and you can't even imagine because I mean, like on that tournament that we did, I mean, we hammered fish in the morning. Then we like hit a dry spell and we didn't have any fish. Then we found a school of fish right at the end, and we were fishing up until like the last seconds. We're like, okay,
Oh man,
lines are in at 11:30. Okay, catch this one, catch this one. Is it bigger than this one? Is it bigger? No, it doesn't match. It doesn't get out. Oh, all the way down to the last second. And that's how our trips are. I mean, that's
that's so
exactly
cool.
how our trips are. I mean, our trips, I mean, it's an adventure because that's what I tell my customers. Like, I'm not selling you fish. I'm not
Yeah,
taking you fishing. I'm selling you a fishing experience. Like, this
love
is
that.
we are going out and you're doing something unique, and it's going to be something that you've never seen before. And you wouldn't even imagine that you would fish this way. I
Yeah,
mean, because we are buzzing from spot to spot to spot. I mean, and then we're taking breaks, we're relaxing, we're trying to be patient and just watch the bite develop. Every single day is different. Every single fishing experience is different. It's
that's
pretty cool.
that's pretty cool, man. So, in your I would say, in your experience, right? In your experience here so far, is there a goal to get more boats to expand, or it's like this is like how
No,
like
no, not
gonna
for
build like a fleet, like a like Captain
yeah.
Chuck's Navy, pretty much? Like,
No, not for
okay,
me.
all right,
Not for
cool.
me because that's taken me a little bit too close to my HVAC days.
Yeah, I
I mean,
got you.
I had like 6 trucks and 6 technicians,
Yep.
and I had to manage everybody. And it's like, at that point, like it's not fun anymore. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
then it's
And
a business, like business.
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
like I like the personal experience with my customers. I love building the relationships. Um, yeah, I mean, if I found the right person that was a captain, but I mean, most of those guys are kind of running their own show.
Yeah.
They kind of want to do their own thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I get
But
I just didn't know
yeah,
or
no,
do you
the end goal for me is to do this thing full time.
okay.
Eventually, do it
So you're
full
talking
time.
about like packed calendars,
Yeah.
like a year in advance, packed
Yep.
calendar.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be
That's
absolutely
man,
awesome.
hopefully, guys. Oh, by the way, that's perfect time to mention all Captain Chuck's links are in the description. Okay, all the links, all his website links, his Instagram links, his Facebook links, all of his links you can find in the description of the video.
And they
Okay,
can
so
book direct from the website too.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That's that way. You go out there and see what's
Yeah.
up if you're local or even if you're coming in for a visit.
Yeah.
You know.
So going back to Eric with Six Knots.
Hmm.
So it's kind of funny how I met him. We were doing a show. So we do winter fishing shows and stuff.
Hmm.
And I kind of walked by his booth, and we make our own shirts, and we kind of basically, I did my first fishing show and I was just trying to get numbers to book people, and I was
Yeah.
like, what am I doing? This is ridiculous. Like, everybody's here, like, having a good time. They all want to take something home with them, some sort of memento or something like that. So we came up with our logo, which you can kind of see right here,
Love
and it
that.
just kind of blew up the first year we did it. So we made some shirts, and then I was walking by his tent and I saw his hats, and I was like, man, let me go ahead and buy one of those hats. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing made with my logo on it. And I was like, let me check this thing out. And then I ended up meeting him, and he's just a great guy.
Yeah.
I mean, him and I are on the same wavelength. Motivated.
Yep.
Super positive. I mean, and he supports me big
It's
time.
so cool, man. It's
Yeah,
so cool. It's so important, like to have those people in your circle that match your grind or hustle. And that
absolutely.
and that's because that for me is a huge motivator when especially when you're like going out and getting it. To have your
Yeah,
circle also be full of individuals that are also going out and getting it. It's almost
yeah,
like, hey, there's no excuses. Like we're gonna
yeah.
we're gonna freaking do it. And
Iron sharpens iron.
yep, Aaron, you said iron, so I was like, what?
Yeah.
Uh, no, Eric is an awesome individual. Definitely also in that balancing act too. You
Yeah.
know, he's doing the same balancing act that we are currently.
Yeah.
You know,
He's probably making
pursuing.
a whole lot more money than
Oh,
I
for
am,
sure.
but
And me.
I'm having some fun doing
Hey man, that's
it.
at the end of the day, man. That's huge. You know, you say you have a family, you have kids, and that is
Yeah.
the most important legacy to leave, man. Is that memory of hey, I remember dad was just chasing his dreams and having a blast. Like
Yeah.
that is the most fulfilling thing out there. Especially, me as a son, you're right. I see my dad and he's doing his thing out in Florida, but he's happy doing it. And I'm like, that's huge. That means when I get to his age, I'm gonna be hopefully I have something to look forward like that too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those are the things I think about, and seeing that is a huge motivator, and it's a huge it sets the bar high,
Yeah.
because it's really hard when you see, let's say, just talking from a son's perspective, and I could say maybe a father's perspective now too, but my son's kind of too young, right now. But from a son's perspective, like to see like your pops or whatever down in the dumps, it drains you when you watch it. So when you
Yeah.
see one of your like role models growing up like that, like like excited and loving it and just being and pursuing dreams and being happy, that's a huge legacy to leave behind. And I bet I love that your family's behind you, because it makes it almost impossible without family support and a group of supporters like pushing you along the way. you know
I feel like they're all proud.
that's
They're all just as passionate about it as we are.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, they can't wait for our new shirts to come out, and then they're like, "Oh, I can't wait to have it." They all have our stickers on their cars.
Yep.
I mean,
Dude, I
and
gotta get.
then
I'm gonna get one of yours after I get on
yeah,
your boat. We get a trip booked.
yeah,
I'm gonna have one of them
absolutely,
up here. All right.
absolutely, yeah,
You are welcome on the wall behind me, my friend.
yeah. We have grandkids now too, so
That's
we're there.
awesome.
So we're 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 pumped to like
Are you gonna
just get them on fish.
get them on the fish, get them on water?
Absolutely,
Do you do like for those people that aren't, let's say, necessarily interested in fishing, but just going out and being on the water and
yeah.
like seeing what you see? Do you do that kind of thing too, or is it just
I
primarily fish all over?
I do, but I don't sell those trips for some reason. Nobody books those trips. They all want to just go fishing with me. But
Oh
I
man.
mean,
Well, I mean,
I can
I think it's cool to have the option to fish,
I
right?
yeah, I can give incredible tours of the harbor. I know all the history. I've
That's
been running
awesome,
those
man.
trips for a while now. Yeah.
Man, that's I'm not saying I wouldn't fish. I would absolutely, hell
Uh
yes, I'm
huh.
in for fish, but I would love one of those because I feel like
Yeah.
I've grown up here in Maryland like my whole life, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
still figuring out the craziest stuff
Yeah.
about it. And it's crazy. And it all has to do. We all started near the shore,
Yep.
like it makes sense.
Yeah.
So our shore, our coasts, our rivers have a lot of history in them and around them, and it's pretty cool. And I know that those stories get passed down through people like you.
Yeah.
They get passed
Absolutely.
down originally on the water. you know,
Yep.
like that's how it all starts. I love that. So do you have this spot that you guys go eat after your 5 hour stint? Do you bring your food with you? Like, how does that work? I need to know
Well,
for
my
planning my trip.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it all depends on the trip. I mean, we can always include stopping off and grabbing lunch after a trip. It's not very difficult to twist my arm, but it just depends on if I have a second trip booked right afterwards. But usually I don't. But my evening trips, we end up coming back so late. Most of the restaurants are shut down by the time we
Oh,
get back
damn.
because we'll do 4 till like 9 p.m. during the heat of the summer.
Well,
So then that way we can get on that evening topwater bite.
yeah, the sun's still up barely, but it's still like I feel like at night
You're
it's
coming.
just starting to go down.
Yeah, yeah. We're balling back to the dock like as the sun's going down.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, yeah,
That's cool, man. You got to get
yeah.
some drone footage, man. You got
I
to get some
know,
drone
I
footage
know. I'm
because
too
I
busy
know.
fishing.
Yeah, oh yeah, true. You got to
I
get a
know.
media person. You got to get a
I
media
do.
person,
That's exactly what I need.
man. But yeah, no, man, it's really intriguing, man. I have a select few that I want to pitch you guys to. I think we could set something up in the near future,
Absolutely.
man. You
Hold on,
know.
I gotta throw the charge on my phone here.
Uh-oh.
I got it. There we go. All
Yay.
right. Yeah.
It's all
There we
right.
go.
Technical difficulties, man. Plagued me first. Plagued
Yeah.
me first, man. Um, but no, man, we're gonna set something up. Well, I'm really looking forward to doing some other future collaborative video, something collaborative that we could do between our channels. I think that would be absolutely phenomenal. Because I definitely I want to get out on the water. I want to fish. Damn it.
Yeah.
I've been
Absolutely.
looking to fish. I don't know. So
Absolutely.
I gotta get that done and nailed down before so I can teach my son at
Yeah.
least something.
Yeah.
So he's like, Daddy, do you know how to fish? I'm like, no, son. I don't
Well,
want to say that.
I'll tell you what most of the dads do when they come out with me. They're like, "Can you please just untangle all his knots so I can fish?"
Yeah,
That's what most of
man.
them say.
Well,
That's what most of them say. They're
well,
like, "I just want to be able to fish."
yeah. I'm here. He can't go anywhere except in the water. We're good. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Oh man. But dude, listen, this is awesome. Is there anything before we start wrapping up? Is there anything that you wanna push? Is there anything that you have to say to our people? Our people are from literally all over the world, man.
Yeah.
And I they always ask me like, I wish you would show us more of Maryland. I wish you would show us more of around where you live. And we have some absolutely breathtaking views in Maryland,
Yeah.
especially from the water. You
Yeah,
know,
my wife's from North Carolina, and I mean Eastern North Carolina at that. And she's like, she absolutely loves Maryland.
yeah,
She's like, she's got the mountains, she's got the bay, she's got Ocean City. I
yep,
mean, and the just the restaurant bars we have on the water and the experiences. I mean, we got places like Jellyfish Joel's. I don't know if
yep.
you've ever heard of that. I mean, that's like a little oasis just tucked away in Chestertown.
Oh,
You would
dude,
never know. You would
really?
never know it's there. I mean, you
Well,
just
now
kind of
I
come
will.
through a little, yeah.
Now I do.
Yep. I mean, you just come through a little tiny causeway, and the next thing you know, you have sandy beaches and bars, all over the beach, and it's an
Uh,
awesome
that
experience.
that sounds awesome. I am
Yeah.
I'm I'm completely sold, man. You
Yeah.
did it, man. You did it. To sell it, I'm here for it, man.
Yeah.
Consider me there. Um,
Yeah.
guys, again, make sure you check the links in the description. And I will put a community post up on our YouTube channel with links as well. Just to let you guys know. And if you guys are following our channel on Instagram, I will post this and link uh Salty Sirens Fishing Maryland, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will I will link that into the post and you guys can follow that trail as well.
Yeah.
Um
Uh, real quick, you had brought up, and not to drag this on, but you had brought up just kind of stepping out of your boundaries and doing things that
yeah,
you typically wouldn't do. And that's something that I have pushed myself to do. I'll have, like you asking me to be on this podcast. 5 years ago, there is not a chance in hell I would have been on this podcast. I've had fishing groups ask me to come and talk to them. And I'm like, I am not a public speaker whatsoever. I mean, I can be on the boat with you and I can talk your ear off, but to get up in front of a crowd of people and talk, that's not
man.
my thing. And they said, "Hey, do you want to do it?" And I just took the Bill Murray method and I said, "Sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Let's
I
do it."
love that.
And then
Well,
and then just say yes and figure it out from there.
the first time is just like getting used to it, right? It's terrifying because listen, I wasn't
Yeah.
I've been broken into this. Like the
Yeah.
first few videos I've ever done with my friend, thank God, he was like, we have a bigger channel out there. And the first couple videos, man, it was just terrifying. I'm not of this generation, man. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I don't know. It's still really weird, right? It's still really odd to have
Yeah.
this kind of communication. It's just wild. But you know what though? The more you do it, the more you get used to it. And yeah, I applaud you for jumping on this thing. You know, I because every time I was like, I approach you, I was like, okay, would you be cool about it? You're like, I don't know, because I don't know if this is something you do. This is listen, it's no, and it's not for everyone, and I completely understand that.
Yeah.
You know, especially if we're looking at, let's say, trades that really don't do this type of stuff, right? And it's super super gutsy of you to do this, man. I do applaud you for that, for
No,
jumping
this is
on,
awesome. This is the
for
type of
jumping
this is
on
the type
our
of
channel.
podcast I'd want to do. Yeah.
Hey man, listen. Well, look, you are, anytime you have anything going on, um, send me a message and I'll blast it out to our community.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
we will do this again, and trust me, guys. Over here on Arias in the Nation, you will see Captain Chuck Jones in another capacity. Trust me, we will have you
Awesome.
back on. Uh,
Awesome.
don't know if it's going to be just a video of you pulling me out of the water because I fell out of a boat. You know,
It's possible.
it's possible. It's possible. But I'm here for it. I can't wait. And honestly, I'm proud to get to know you and have you part of our little community here in the state of Maryland and doing your thing. And I think the more people that I see going out and going and getting it done is a huge, it's just huge motivator. It's a huge
Yeah.
motivator, you know, because listen, the worst thing you can do starting your own, I guess, business or pursuing your own dreams is not actually doing it. Like, the
Absolutely.
hardest step is the first one. You know, it's just going and making that decision to go chase it.
Yeah. And
You know, but
failing's just quitting. You
yeah,
just got to keep at it.
yeah,
Keep
yeah,
at it. When you think it's not being successful and you think it's not happening, you just keep going.
yep. You just got to
Keep
push
going,
through
and the
that.
next thing you know, it's on.
Yep. Well, look, man, I really appreciate your time. Honestly, we'll be in constant
Yeah, thanks for
contact,
having
guys.
me.
Anytime, man. And I'll link you. I'll let you know when this goes out, man. All that great stuff. So, guys, if you're still watching at this, please, 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 please go check out the website that's pinned in the description. Go check out, if you have Instagram, go give my buddy here a follow and just see what he's doing in the state of Maryland and on our waterways. He's doing big things, making
Awesome.
waves. Ha,
Awesome. I
ha.
appreciate
I haven't been really quick with the water puns and the boat
it.
puns. You know, it's the end of the day. My brain is fried. I'm just like
Same
okay.
here.
Yeah, no,
Same
I
here. I
got
was
you.
about ready to fall asleep before you called.
Yeah, no, I got you, man. Well, listen, I really appreciate it. Much love, guys. Make sure you unplug, do something legendary, and I will see you all in the next video. And again, listen, Captain Chuck, I appreciate you jumping on the channel, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me.
Yep. Later, guys.
Down by the river, where the soul's awaken, guitar strings crying, blues notes taken.